this AED will tell you what you need to know. So we cut it on. The next thing we want to do, our partner's still doing CPR. So we'll just get the pads off. These pads will tell you where to put them. All right, they got pictures on them. You're going to put one here, and you're going to put one here. All right, and they're still doing CPR. You're just working around them. All right, once this AED says analyzing, you both back off. You let it analyze. It takes about 15-20 seconds. All right, then it might tell you shock is indicated. Well, while it's doing its little energizing, when it's ready, this light right here will flash. You're going to continue CPR until you get ready to shock them. All right, so before you do it, I'm clear, you're clear, we're all clear, and you hit this little button and I shock them.
Okay, so this one, I thought Ron said we didn't have to hit a button.
This one you probably don't, but I'm just telling you when you're using the AED.
The other one we did have to do the button.
Yes. See, I hadn't seen this one before.
Well, I just knew we had to get a new one.
Adult patient called for medical assistance. Remove clothing from patient's chest to expose bare skin.
Remember I told you, they're already going to
Pull
be bare.
green tab to remove pads. Penal pads from liner.
And all this time somebody else is doing the compressions,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Apply pads to patient's bare chest, as shown in picture. Press pads firmly to patient's bare skin. Pull green tab to remove pads.
All
Now,
right.
what if you're by yourself
Yeah.
and don't have somebody else doing compressions?
You just go ahead and take it, put it on. All right.
You still remove jewelry and everything, still, if they have it?
I ain't worried about jewelry.
Okay.
All right, now, but if they have a medicine patch on in any of that area, just pull it off, wipe it down real good. If they have a defib or a pacemaker, now they're putting them on this side, but there is some that still has them on this side. Go down below it, don't put your pad on it. If they're being immersed in water, pull them out of the source, dry them off real good, put your pads on. All right. I know the video says if you've been in snow, you put it on, but I still say pull them out and dry them off and then put your pads on. Now, I just got one in here. Tell Ryan that he needs to get a razor in here. All right.
We did have one of them, one of the others, so.
Okay. So
Shows
we have a gentleman that has a hairy chest. I'm gonna be honest with you. These pads will not stick. There will be no good connection. So if they're very hairy, go ahead and just shave them down in the areas that you're gonna put these pads on, and then put your pads on. All right. So we're doing CPR. I cut it on. First thing. Second thing is I pull this tab, and then I'm gonna get my pads, and I'm gonna put one here and one here. There's pictures. These are adult pads. All right. Once I put these on, it's gonna say analyze. We both back off. Let it analyze. Like I said, 15-20 seconds. It's going to tell you a few things. It's going to tell you shocks indicated. So if it says shock indicate, you go back on chest, start CPR. Your little light right here is going to hook up. And it may shock automatically. I don't know about this. But anyway, before you shock, I'm clear, you're clear, we're all clear. You shock. Once you shock, you go right back on that chest and compressions. So whoever was doing compressions will do the breast, and the next person will do the compressions. Now, do not take these pads off. You leave them on. Even if you get a pulse back, leave them on. All right, because they could go back into cardiac arrest. Now, the good thing about this, every 2 minutes it's going to analyze. So every 2 minutes y'all can swap out. Whatever it tells you to do, that's what you're going to do. So if it tells you shocks indicated, after shock, you're right back into CPR. Let's just say it analyzes and tells you no shocks indicated. It'll tell you to continue CPR or check a pulse. So whatever this little machine tells you, that's what you're going to do. You can't mess it up. I promise you. All right. Now, let's say that you're doing CPR and it tells you to check a pulse. You reach over, you check a pulse. Oh, I got a pulse now. I can feel it. Leave your pads on, do not take those pads off, alright? At that point, the only thing you're gonna be concerned is if they're breathing, alright? So let's say that we have a pulse with this adult, but they're not breathing, alright? So we're gonna do what you call rescue breathing. That's because they have a pulse, but they're not breathing. We're gonna tilt the head back, and we're gonna give a breath. Now, when you rescue breath, you're only gonna give one breath. And since it's an adult, we're gonna give a breath every 5 to 6 seconds. So we'll just pinch the nose, give them a breath, and we're gonna count out. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000 breath. And we're gonna continue that until you get them to spontaneously start breathing. Does that make sense? Any questions? Confused anybody? Good deal. Alright. Now, let's say we have a child. Alright? I didn't see any pediatric.
That one don't have it.
Alright. Well, with your pediatric is gonna be 1 year old up until puberty. They used to say 8, but puberty. And when I say puberty, if they have hair on the chest and they got boobs, they're considered an adult. If they do not have that, then they're considered a child. Alright? Now, you can use this on a child. If you do not have the pads for a child, you can use adult pads. But you can't use pediatric pads on the adult. So, let's say that we have this and we're going to use it on pediatric. Alright? Pictures are there. The only thing is you do not want these pads to touch. So I always tell everybody, if you're going to use adult pads on a pediatric, put one here. The one it tells you to put here, that's the one you're going to put. And you're going to put the other one right here on this shoulder. Alright, so when you shock, on this shoulder, on this shoulder. So when you shock, it's going to go straight across. Alright? Now, this AED goes the same for this child. You're doing CPR. And remember, we're going to do CPR on this infant. On this pediatric. But remember, if you're doing it together, what was the rate with 2 rescuers on your pediatric? 15. So, you got one doing compressions. So therefore, the other one's doing this. Alright? You're going to put the pads on while they're working around the same way. And you're going to do the same thing with this as you will this pediatric. It's all the same. But remember, you cannot use pediatric pads on the adult, but you can use the adult pads on the pediatric. Alright? Whatever it tells you, that's what you're going to do. Alright? I'm telling you, you can't mess this up.
Like when this was on, do you touch one of those?
I'm assuming that's how you do
what I'm thinking.
this one. I've never seen this one.
No, this is the first time I'm saying, I'm just.
This must be a new one.
It is, because our other one, you couldn't get parts for it or something like that, I can't remember. Oh, the
Yeah,
battery.
when they get
The battery
so old,
for
you
it.
can't.
Yeah, the batteries is hard to get.
It's the batteries, is what it is, so he ain't got a new one. So, but that's,
But I advise y'all to pull this out and just play with it. Now, I wouldn't pull the pads out, but just kind of get used to cutting it on and, okay, I gotta pull this and just listen to how it talks. Alright? Because you don't wanna learn how to use it when you really need it. So, any questions so far? Everything's good? Everybody's good? Okay, I'm not going too fast on anybody or confusing anybody? Okay. Alright. Y'all can have a break if you want to.